Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. I say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more. Lastly, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Comcast to spin off MSNBC as their ratings crater worse than a Boeing airplane. Well, perhaps not that bad, very few things do. Now, this comes to us thanks to NPR, which I was about to say somehow still in business. I should clarify, somehow still stealing our tax dollars. Now, specifically, there's a writer over there by the name of David Fork and Scott Simon who are responsible for this article, in which they say, quote, Comcast plans to spin off its cable networks. What's next for MSNBC? Good question. Who would buy a dying media company with rudimentary talent? The government? Well, no. I mean, Vivek and Elon are supposed to make the government more efficient, so they're not going to buy them out. Now, going into the article, they say, quote, Comcast is a massive conglomerate that provides broadband services, most of the time, except when there's outages, operates theme parks, and a media company that includes NBC and affiliated properties. Now Comcast is spinning off almost all of its cable TV channels to a separate entity that includes the liberal news channel MSNBC, which I'm surprised NPR is being so transparent. We're actually admitting that MSNBC is just a leftist brainwashing thing. Never forget, thanks to Louder Crowder and the Mug Club, they actually had an undercover reporter, investigator, have someone from MSNBC, a producer, admit, oh yeah, we actually make our audiences dumber and viscerally angry at Republicans. And also, we're trying to push the Harris campaign as far as much as we can. Yeah, MSNBC. Ooh, that'd be a good poll question. Or let me know in the comments. What's worse? You're stuck in hell. What would be the worst torture? We have to watch CNN all day long or MSNBC? Either way, it's gonna be a rough eternity. Ooh, that might, I don't know. I don't know if even the devil's that evil. Yellow, oh, I can't imagine having to watch The View. Don't get me started. Now, they say, quote, just as President Trump enters the White House for a second time, NPR media correspondent David Fortenfolk joins us. He says, let me ask you first to talk about the condition of MSNBC because Fox won the last ratings period with 69% of the total cable audience. How the heck? I'm pretty impressed because, again, Fox has been deteriorating quality for years. Me, especially ever since they fired Tucker Carlson. You notice that MSNBC just has only 487,000 total viewers, which can they break even on that consumer point? Because again, they have a lot of overhead. They have massive expensive studios, massive expensive equipment. They pay their people that work there probably too much in terms of people in front of the camera. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you could sustain that business on that level of audience. Which, man, I don't know if that's even possible. Now, they continue saying this is a conversation between Simon and Falkenfluk, which I'm not purposely trying to butcher his name. It may very well be how you pronounce it. He said, quote, well, this is Falkenfluk, says, well, ahead is a real question. How does MSNBC construct itself as it disentangles, as it consciously disengages from NBC News, and what sort of its parent? Will they move to a greater focus on reporting as the Trump administration comes in for a second bite at the apple? And as the news pace quickens, will they be able to work out a deal and say, let's keep it as is, we've done, and work out contracts to sustain continued reporting from former colleagues or NBC? Or will they continue to go, look, our opinion is our strength? It's not. It's what people look for in us. It's not. It's what we need to offer. We can bring voices from the outside as we do during our most heavily opinionated shows from, say, 4 p.m. on in the morning, and really not spend much money on the harder work of the done being reporting, which, yeah, I have no idea how they're actually going to stay. I don't know how the business will stay afloat. They are one of the most rudimentary news networks out there. And granted, they admit to dumbing down their audience. Granted, there's still those people out there, but even then, I think are wising up these days to how ridiculously poor quality MSNBC. So, it's for sale. I don't know who the hell's going to buy it. I mean, Elon joked that maybe he should buy it, but I mean, it's not a respected property by majority of people that aren't tuning in already. They don't really respect it. Yet alone, I don't know if they'd be willing to pay for it, like an MSNBC Plus subscription or whatever they call those things these days. I'm sure they already have one. We just don't know about it because Their marketing is terrible. But yeah, let me know. Do you know, is there any benefit to buying it? I mean, it's not like you're buying a prestigious brand that's respected by most. I can't fathom how they actually make a profit going forward, but let me know what your thoughts are, because as always, it'll be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.